There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore.
So where are we today then? The weather app for the last 2 days has been saying fog, almost 100% for this morning. And I thought, where's a good place to go when it's foggy? I know, a graveyard. Well, not any graveyard. How about the ship graveyard at Purton, which is just on the River Severn near Barclay. It's quite the amazing place, but there's no fog. And in fact, it's quite sunny. So it's one of those locations where I've always wanted to come and fly the drone, and it's quite spectacular from the sky, to be honest. What I'm going to find with my camera is something different. I don't know. Maybe I've got to wait for the sun to go up a bit more and light up some of the features. But you can see this tiller behind me is quite impressive. It's pretty muddy, so I've got to be careful I don't fall on my butt. But it's just an amazing place. It's so peaceful too. So let's see what we can find.
The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. A certain shade of blue, but always remind me of you. Trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get through.
So because it's quite grey at the moment, I'm doing two things. So one is obviously waiting for the sun to come up, which I have no control over. And secondly, trying to make interesting compositions where it doesn't really matter about the light, and I try not to get too much mud and too much of the bland river. So something like this really. So foreground interest, so a knackered old boat in the front here, which is actually interesting in its own right, but just off to the background there are two rudders as well, so you can get that in. I just need a bit of light. If I don't, I can take something like that anyway and I'll convert it to black and white. So fingers crossed and keep looking. So I've definitely decided there's no light happening today, so it's probably going to be black and white, unless some of these browns and greens show up nice on the screen when I get home. But I also think that a lot of the best shots today are going to happen from the drone, because you can get up, get away from all this grass and mud, and look down on the boat. So I'm going to take these record shots, if you like, and see what they look like when I get home. So I've come back to this shot that I found earlier on, and the difficulty is, so on the top right hand side there's not very much to look at all. Now I think what I'll probably do, so unless there's any detail in there that can be taken out by lowering the highlights, I'm not sure, but this may be one of those candidates where you swap the sky out, because you know, it's a nice shot. We've got the post standing up on the left hand third, we've got these uprights coming in from the bottom right leading in, but we just got that space out there on the right hand side, and there's not much you can do about it. It's this bland grey sky and there's nothing there. But a cloud or maybe a bird or something like that would make it much more interesting. So what I'm struggling with today is just the flatness, really. So it's one of those days where it's not really foggy, it's just grey and dim. So trying to keep out the sky and the river and the mud and the grass is quite a challenge. So I mean, they'll be damped down by the time we've converted it to black and white, but you still want interest throughout the frame and not too much negative space, really. So this is going to be my last and final shot. However, I didn't take account of the tide coming in, so it's hidden the rudders that I wanted to show in the background. Anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. It's been more of a documentary, I think, rather than a fantastic photography opportunity. But I've really enjoyed flying the drone, and hopefully I've got some decent shots from that. I think camera-wise, I'm not that happy, to be honest. We'll see what they're like when they come out in black and white, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to subscribe. I see a lot of people watching my videos, but they don't translate into subscription, so please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.